So let me turn towards, what camera are you on?
I'm on.
Camera 1, camera 2. Okay, you're way over there. Okay. So the way that we do the stroking technique is I like to put my thumb halfway in the scissor, so not all the way, really, because that gives it more of a bounce feel, so you can see how it moves back and forth. And then what I'm doing as I bounce it up is I'm opening the scissor with my half thumb there, and then as I come down, I'm closing onto the hair, and then you're releasing the hair as you come up. So with this motion, you can see how my scissor opens as it comes up and closes on the way down, and we're going to take the hair. So let's shift over that to that other corner. Okay, so elevation is nice and high, and then what I'm doing here is just removing and drawing a line with the scissor. Pulling the rest. Everything right now that I'm going to do is going to be over directed to the back. Straight back. Straight back, straight to the center back, until we get to the round. So we're working our way straight back until we get to this corner. Then when I get to this corner, everything will just come straight back to me. Just so I don't build too much extreme weight going forward there. So now we're rounding that corner. We're at the ear, so everything will be straight back towards me, not towards the center. Elevation is still high. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's exactly like Takashi, but yes, it is something I've been doing since beauty school when I saw it on the phone. So I would say if you want to learn the technique that Takashi does, that this would be a very close way to start. Okay, now we're going to change it up because now we're working on the right-hand side of the head, so I'm going to be working from underneath my fingers. There's really no difference here. Same thing, opening and closing the scissor. So we're just working through until I get to that corner. Everything's coming to the center back. And once we get to here, everything will come straight back. Again, we're not teasing, we're just creating a broken line in the hair. Yeah, you're definitely putting a lot of texture into the hair, but it's not like a texturizing technique like most people would think of, that thinning the hair or anything like that. You're just creating a textured line. So what we're doing here is opening the scissor as we come out, and then closing as we come in, and cutting just with the tip of the scissor. So then we're releasing the hair, coming in, cutting, releasing, releasing. So you should see a line forming as you're cutting. So you want to see kind of that forward over direct everything over because I don't want it to grow too far. I don't want it to be, we're not looking for the old Victoria Beckham haircut here. So what I'm going to do is work first the side fringe so you guys can see what that looks like. Use that on your desk and then we'll work it straight over. I know, right? So we got this long piece in the front right here. We haven't cut that part yet, so what I'm going to do is flip away, not flip away really, but I don't want to use any clips and dry hair because we've already got it smooth and polished. I'm going to throw a clip in there. So we're going to work with some point cutting through the fringe area. On a diagonal forward section. Yeah, when you're finished. Everything's just being brought to me from the top, and the angle is basically following the forehead. So I don't want to create too much. If I go straight up with the hair, that's just going to create too many short layers, and it's going to be a layered fringe. I'm looking for more of a 90-degree kind of feel right off the fringe, and then growing the hair long towards the back. So more of a rounded feel to the shape of this. And then directly over the parting, going through and doing it. So my diagonal forward has now moved to pretty much over direction is going to help push that weight off to the side. So just make sure you have that over direction. If you're looking to the side, fringe
started doing my fringe as well, like even the shorter ones. I notice though, if you don't really watch the angle, like your elevation, that you end up leaving it longer than you need to.
right.
Because it's that hairline piece that if it's held up too high, it's just gonna be too long. I know you did a longer one here, but I'm saying you're doing actually short
Yeah.
fringes.
Now, if you don't want to have this asymmetrical feel, which is totally cool, that's not really the plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that same point cutting technique. So we're going to kind of end it the same way we began. Is we already have this solid line on this side. So what I want to do is with no tension whatsoever, I've already removed the weight from this side. So I'm going to go through and use the point of my scissor and cut into this line. That's what this side, because it's still a little bit heavy, what I'm going to do is just quick diagonal forward sectioning and go through, and I'm not going to necessarily change the line here, but I'm going to go through and just point cut really deep into it and add a little bit of texture through this side. Just to lighten it up a bit, but I don't really want to change the length. Tip again and work through the bottom. I want to add in some products from our friend at Mercado. You know what? I was going to cut it straight, but I don't think it's a big deal. I kind of like it. Every mannequin that we have in the basement right now has a straight. We'll let this girl be a little different. So I'm actually using the volumizing dry shampoo from Mercado. I like this because it thickens up the hair a bit. So spray that in the underneath. It smells delicious. So just adding a little bit of texture to the haircut. But I'm really just spraying this through, and then I could comb it out or brush it out, and it would just give it fullness. So I like that product a lot. It just separates it. You start to see some the hair getting a little wild, then you can go back through, comb the product through, and just lift it up. Peace out.
Tastes like that.
But, did you taste it? That spreads.
Not good walker.
Spreads throughout.
Collins wants glitter spray.
Oh jeez. Only if Justin will spray it on.
Well, it looks like that's never happened.
We want to grab a little,
Don't take glitter.
little not glitter spray, firm. Grab a little firm spray here. Sharp the line is in the back, how everything falls really nice. Take a look at it. Not down. You can see how nice that falls through there. Connects really well with the